If I can first of all ask then, where are we with these talks?
We are very close. It's all or nothing. That's what I've been saying all along. All means creating a dynasty, creating a club, or turning the fortunes of the club in order to compete for trophies and win trophies. And for a club to have its own home, not be a tenant in a stadium, and to also create an outside commercial activity for the club in order to feed it financially so it can sustain its position or at the top.
Are we looking at weeks, days now then before something may happen?
I'm hoping it's going to be hours. If not hours, it's going to be days. But no, I'm very, very hopeful a deal can be done within the next few days.
Why Salford then? Why have you shown interest in the club?
I don't know. I mean, I got excited about rugby and by attending a few matches through a friend of mine, Nigel Wood, the rugby league chairman, and he introduced me to the Salford situation. I looked at it and it's one that I could turn around, so it's a challenge.
You look at Salford then and you think this is a club that you can make profitable, you can make them winning?
Absolutely. Otherwise I wouldn't have been involved. I'm a winner. Things I attempted in racing, people thought I was crazy, but I knew I could do it and I've done it. And I could do this.
Because at the moment people will look at Salford and think they're a team just struggling to get by. You want them up there then challenging with the top sides.
Well,
is that realistic?
Very realistic, why not? All what it has a sound base. All what it needs, like I said earlier on, is proper strategy. Bringing a few good players that could win games, not just players. And I think we could do that. I've got a very capable team around me. Okay, I'm not a rugby expert, but I'm an expert in bringing the right people around me to support me. And I've got, for example, just as an example, a gentleman in the name of Graham Lowe, who's possibly one of the best coaches in the league history. And we've started work already, although we haven't taken over the club yet, and it might be days before we do so, but we haven't got much time, and players are being recruited as we speak now.
You mentioned the stadium, you mentioned that the team can't be profitable without having its own home.
Yeah.
What's the situation with this then? We look around, it's a fantastic new stadium, but is this fit for purpose for what you see as their future?
Well, it is a fantastic stadium. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And this is my first visit to it, and first impression, it is fantastic. And the club does need a home. A championship chasing side, if you want to have a champions, you need a home, right? And it's no good being just a tenants here and the team going miles away from here and training. They need to train here. You need to create proper facilities for them as well on the side. But most important, it's the sad reality in sports these days that the income is far less than the expenditure. And unless you have a sugar daddy who's going to be there for a very long time, which I'm not, and I'm not a sugar daddy, then you need to have some kind of income from outside commercial activities. Now, I can assist the club in doing so. So the club, hopefully, if everything fits into place, the club will have the club will never be in this position again. And this is why I said earlier on, it's all or nothing. Because we don't want to end up in the same scenario 2-3 years. I don't get associated with ventures to do that.
So would you want to purchase the stadium then as well?
Well, I'd rather not comment on that just now, but it's the club that will own. If we are talking about purchasing it, the club will own it. The club will own whatever commercial activities we will have outside. It's not Marwan Koukash.
I suppose for a lot of people, for a lot of the fans, like you mentioned the players, that's going to be a big thing. You want to bring players in, you want to bring top-class players in.
Well, of course. You only have to look at where our position was last year, and you ask the questions why. Maybe we didn't have enough players to win who are capable of turning games around and winning games. But, I'm very grateful to the players who are out tonight because they showed loyalty. And sometimes, in racing I had 50-1 winners, right? And sometimes instilling that mentality into them. Look, on paper they might look better than you, those players, but you are a player and they are players. So instill the winning mentality into them. And this is why I'm hoping a person like Graham could bring into the club self-belief.
So you're saying to the fans then that you are serious, you're here, and you're going to commit for the future as well?
The people I've been negotiating with, they've got my mobile number. I'm on standby to go and sign and commit myself to the club, to the fans for a long time to come. And I'm not after making a profit or making money for myself. I make enough money from elsewhere. I'm here for a sporting reason. I'm here to win trophies, and I'm here to turn the club around.
Were you shocked at the state you found the club in when you were looking into the finances?
Absolutely horrified. Absolutely horrified. The club being stripped of its best assets. They've been spending future income. It's horrible. The situation was worse than I thought. And I guess in a way, had I known how bad the finances were before I started, I might have not got involved. So it's a good job I didn't find out then how bad they were.